if he doesn't know why he was let go, I think it's kind of hard to
Why would you want to go back to Twitch? You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's a good point. The reason you'd want to go back to Twitch is because that's where you make a large portion of your income. However,
But if he signs a deal with somebody else, or he's making income like on YouTube or somewhere else, like,
so
you know,
a lot of the
life goes
content,
on.
a lot of the content creators, I feel like this is going to be a blessing in disguise for him, because a lot of the content creators that do Twitch and then release videos on YouTube, there's a large portion of them that their videos on YouTube are way more successful than their Twitch streams. Yeah. They make more money off of their YouTube, but they put more time into Twitch. So why I think this is a blessing in disguise for him, and why this is going to backfire in Twitch's face, is for that very reason. Dr. Disrespect is hands down the most creative streamer that's ever been on Twitch. Like, if you watch his streams, his backgrounds, how he transitions, he has this thing called the arena, which, it's just a bunch of digital art of some massive arena. It's always empty. It's a joke. It's part of the, the character and everything. But he's just really creative. I don't know if he makes that artwork. I think he does have a small kind of creative team that helps him. But he's
whatever he's doing, it's working. You know?
So with more time to do into that, that might help him largely on YouTube. Now to make it clear, we have no info onto where he's going to go, if he's going to go anywhere, anything like that. The one thing I didn't make clear the other day that I want to make clear here is, so Twitch and Discord ended their partnerships with Dr. Disrespect around the same time, with no reason given why, just terms of service thing, right? Every single one of his sponsors are still sponsoring him. He has not lost any sponsors. He also has some TV deal coming up in the near future that he said in the interview is still going on it. This hasn't affected that. There's a lot that the Twitch thing has not affected with him. He also alluded to, returning. It kind of sounded like soon. And he's calling it, Doc 3.0. Now, the 3.0 is for, we had the original Dr. Disrespect. Then he had the bathroom incident at TwitchCon that I talked about previously, where he recorded in a bathroom, got banned, came back. That was Doc 2.0. Now this is, he's pitching it as Doc 3.0. So what makes this so interesting and what this does, let's actually do something. So he did this interview. The interviews dropped this morning. Okay. Then about halfway through the day, he dropped a little video on Twitter, which we're going to play because it's important for you guys to see this or hear this before I can explain to you why this guy is a genius. Okay.
The creative genius.
Yeah. Why he's the creative genius he is, and what this is. Now, for those that are just listening, to give you some detail, we're going to play it on our YouTube channel. I'll play it so you guys can see it. But if you're just listening on Spotify or iTunes or wherever, it's nothing spectacular. It's a song. There's some lyrics in it that you'll hear. But the setup is it fades in to like a dark alley. It's an animated alley. There's his shadow is standing there. Like, you just see his silhouette. And it just zooms in. There's the Lamborghini or Ferrari, whatever it is, in the background. And that's pretty much it. You don't actually see him. You just see his silhouette. It's just black the entire time. So let's play this real quick. And then I want to explain what this does for him. Like, what I'll explain it. But
yeah, just play it and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands,
Okay. I love this, dude. This just when I saw this, my initial reaction, I just started hysterically laughing.
I mean, the
And
lyrics are perfect,
yeah,
you know?
and there's reason to it. So the lyrics are, it's out of my hands. I'm still in control, out of my hands. Um, you can't defeat my soul, whatever it is.
So full disclosure, like earlier today when I was watching the video, I even did like the thing with like my phone. I was asking Siri like who sings this song because like it is a good song,
Yeah, no,
and
it's
he
catchy, right?
created the song, and it's like super catchy. And
Yeah.
like if you told me that there was a full song like that and it was on the radio, I'd believe you. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, no, it's definitely it slams. It hits. It's a good song.
Yeah.
What's also funny about it is that is him. That's his voice. Now
Right.
he does have this little audio guy that's done some work for him in the past. He used to be sponsored by Gillette. He has a really funny song. You should look that up. Anyone who's listening should look it up. If you don't know Dr. Disrespect, it's really funny. Him singing Gillette, the best a man can get. It's really funny. He's done, and the guy's done a couple other ones that are really catchy. So this is really him. And then this guy that he does the audio made it for him. So I want to break down what this means and why this makes him the genius that he is. This was obviously planned. Okay. This is not something that he did the interviews and then was like, oh, I'm motivated. Let me throw out a video. This video obviously took some time to make.
Yeah.
The way he dropped it, the interviews came out in the morning, and then midway through the day, this dropped. So the internet was already buzzing about these interviews. The hype was up. Then he dropped this, but it's what the video is and what it did to the gaming community that makes him a genius. So something that no one really has caught yet, maybe some people have. I haven't really seen anyone mention it. The silhouette of him, okay, completely blacked out. You cannot actually see him. You know it's him. You know it's his silhouette from the wig and how the stance and everything. But what that does, check this out. So in Twitch's terms of service, if a player is banned and he is on stream with another person, that person can get banned. So, for example, one of the people that he really plays a lot of games with, Nick Merckx, Tim the Tapman, if this showed if they had Dr. Disrespect on their stream, his face, I think vocally too, I might be wrong there, that is subject for them to get banned, which
Wow.
I want to call out is quite possibly the stupidest rule I've ever heard of. Even big Twitch streamers know that. That's a stupid rule.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was intentional, but by not actually showing him, this hit every single big streamer today. Everyone that was streaming. I mean, XQC, Asmongold. I think Tim might have played it. I mean, you name it. This was all over Twitch. Okay, it's all over YouTube. Every one of these guys that they do their daily stream, then they edit it and throw out their videos. I mean, there are literally dozens of videos on YouTube right now. Reaction to Doc's video. It's brilliant that he did it because he knew, and I don't know this is my opinion, but I think he's smart enough. He knew he would get the support from his fellow streamers.
Oh, for sure.
So this is him blowing it up. It's him
He's
totally
playing the game. You know?
It's him
You
totally
gotta play the
milking
game.
this. It's him totally milking this, and it's absolutely brilliant. I took a screenshot of this 45 minutes after he dropped it. So it's 45 minutes after he dropped it. It had 23,000 retweets, 125,000 likes. Right now, we're at 10-hour mark, 300,000 likes and over 50,000 retweets. Those are big numbers for the timeline, but it's how it has trickled through everywhere. This also does some other stuff. So yesterday, Slasher, who I've mentioned in the past, is like the big news guy in the gaming community, right? He did an interview with the streamer, which was a good interview, but it gave nothing. It was Slasher basically saying nothing. Slasher is the one that has been vocal saying that he knows why Twitch banned Dr. Disrespect, but he's not comfortable to say because he doesn't want to get sued.
Or banned himself.
Yeah. So this kind of makes Slasher look really bad.
Yeah.
Because what this does is this proves I need to make it straight that this is my personal opinion. Okay. I think this proves that the outrageous theories of sexual assault, sexual abuse, things like that are pretty much out the window. The reason for that, if that was the scenario, you wouldn't be promoting like this, you'd be hiding. Especially right now and how badly the cancel culture is in the gaming community, which it should be when it comes to those things. It absolutely should be. If you're sexually assaulting or abusing people, you should absolutely 110% be canceled. You wouldn't be promoting like this. Okay? You wouldn't take advantage like this. This basically to me makes it pretty apparent. This is again my theory, my personal opinion. This is Mixer going under, Twitch realizing they have no competition anymore, no reason to pay these guys multi-million-dollar contracts, going back a couple streams of Dr. Disrespect, finding a stream where he's doing his Asian accent or, making fun of whoever, and using that to get out of a contract.
Yeah.
That's what I think this is. I really, truly do. And I think that this video, the timing of it after the interviews, how he did it, how he made it so it could be posted anywhere without putting any of his streaming buddies in jeopardy of getting banned by not actually having him physically. This is a total power play, and it's absolutely brilliant. Now,
for sure.
I could still be completely wrong, because if we are assuming that he really has not been told and Twitch does have some dirt about something, then, that's another story. But I feel like kind of have to put yourself
at this point in
their
the game,
shoes,
he's
right?
got to have a good idea.
Yeah, and you
he
kind of
might
have to
not
put
have confirmation from them, but he's got to have a good idea.
Exactly. And you kind of got to put yourself in their shoes. Like, if I was him and I had this, small possibility of, I went to TwitchCon and I smacked this chick around. Just not saying he did, just example. That would be at the forefront of my head right now.
Well, yeah, and you probably wouldn't be putting videos out like this if there was a possibility that was the case.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty confident that's not what it is. I'm pretty confident this is just a good old fashioned, we have an opportunity to get out of paying this guy millions of dollars. And like I said before, in the
and it might be a technicality or something that never gets exposed, and they go their other separate ways.
Yeah, and that's the reality. Is the fact is we still could very much never find out the true reason why he was banned. But what this does is this shows that he is, and just the reaction from the tweet and the reaction across the gaming community today, it shows that Dr. Disrespect's momentum is still very much alive, even with this. And probably, it's not even probably
even
guaranteed.
More so.
It is more so because of the, I've been following this probably more than I should. I'm not ashamed to admit
What's
that.
the leading story on the news, dude? When you turn on the news every night, what's the leading story? Is it something good or is it something controversial?
Always something controversial.
Right. So it's like controversy is going to bring more attention.
Yeah.
So if you're in the news for something controversial, it looked pretty bad at first, but as things continue to be stagnant here, and from just what we've been able to see that's been posted or that's been reported or any sort of discussion, we're putting the pieces together and it doesn't seem to be that bad right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And and the thing is, like I was gonna say real quick is, the tweets I've read, I have read tweets from people that have literally big name verified people on Twitter that have literally written, I don't watch Dr. Disrespect, I don't know anything about the guy, and I'm more involved in this than I ever have been. Like, everyone just wants to know, and that is just feeding him. And I think he's milking it, and he's taking advantage of it. The lyrics, even, they speak for themselves, as simple and straightforward as they are. It's just really, it's the most underwhelming thing in the world that just, if you look at the fine lines, just opens the door so much for him. Whatever is next, it's going to be bigger. Whatever is next is going to be bigger. When he finally does have a return, however that is, if it's just,
Oh yeah.
videos back
Yeah.
on YouTube, or if he decides to live stream on YouTube or wherever, whatever, it's going to be huge.